I was going to run through some different video backdrop ideas. So inside of Pinterest at Carmen Darwin 1, which is my account there in Pinterest, if you find me there, if you go in here, you'll see a compilation of a lot of the video backdrop ideas that I've put together. Now, I've done this because I got asked a lot by students and people who know me within my business, what can you use for backdrops? And some of them out there are completely ugly. So what I've done is I've come up with lots of different ideas that you can work through. So firstly, on the right-hand side here, we have the portable options. They're basically a fabric screen that you can hang off a stand, like this down here. And what that means is that you can just buy them, clip them on, and you are ready to go then with a backdrop in your place. So if you don't have a designated office, this is a great solution because you can move it to any part of the house and set it up on a stand and you're ready to go for video. So the great thing too is as you scroll down through here, I've found some really nice ones that are, a chevron and a stripe. But if you hover over them, you'll be able to see where you can buy them as well. So you can go direct to the source and buy them. So I'm trying to cut down how much time it takes you to find some nice ones. So, some of these floral ones are lovely. Now, it's important that you work with your brand. So for example, if these are the right colors for your brand and it's not too busy for what you're trying to teach and tell people, then that's great. So you have to choose what's right for you. I felt like some of these were nicer options than a lot of the other ones I'd seen. The other option you've got is, paper, and this company in particular has lots and lots of different colors, and so you can match it to your brand really quite easily because there's lots of things to choose from. You've got to be careful you don't go too busy with your pattern on your background, but if you're just wearing a white shirt or something simple, then these backdrops here are really quite lovely, as are some of the timber ones across here as well. So, I guess it's just a matter of having a look and see what suits you. Now, you can also get something printed like this, this Big Ben architectural building. So if that goes with your theme of your business, that's great. Likewise, we have fabric ones down here, which just are very basic and simple and plain if you don't want any patterning. And, and right up to things like this, which you've got this sort of antique world map on the back here as well. Now, just briefly, I'll scroll back up here. The other option is if you don't want to buy a backdrop and you just want to use a plain wall in the house, here are some ideas here up, where you just use basically a large painting above a sideboard, and then you can sit on a stool or a chair and talk to people from a wall like that. Likewise with this, you can just basically have a chair and a little table, and there you go. You've got something set up ready to go, and you can set your tripod up and film from looking back towards the pictures and the chair. Now, scrolling down here, the other idea which you can use for a backdrop is to buy some of these giant murals. And some of these are fantastic. They're stick-on murals that can peel off. And as you can see from this one, it's really quite beautiful, this big world map. Or even something simple, just this black and white map, if that suits your theme. You might have something like this one, which is more of a sunset. And then over here we've got one which is clouds, which I think is really interesting. The other thing you could do is if you're artistic, why not create your own mural like this lady's doing here, where you basically outline it in a lovely ink and then paint it, and then she just could go in and add whatever color she wants. So there are also some other lovely ideas. The other thing is, really going to town with giant murals like that are really fantastic. The other thing you can do is just use some wallpaper. So in this example, it's just basically wallpaper with a chair and a lamp, and you could sit in that chair and you could start videoing. So it's very simple in terms of just a bit of wallpaper. Likewise with this one over here, obviously you'd need more light, but it's the same concept. The other thing you can do for backdrops is you can just do a simple shelf like this one and style it up really simply, or you might like to do a photo wall. You might need to tape them at the back so they don't flick around in the breeze, or you can do something like a simple plant shelving wall. So if you go through here, you'll see lots of different ways you can style your backdrop. A very simple way, of course, is just to have a chair and a little side table, and lovely if you've got a mural like this, but you can just do against any plain wall. So you might like to go through and have a look at all the other options there. I'll put a link to this Pinterest board underneath here, and you can go in and have a little look. But I'm just hoping that this saves you an enormous amount of time and effort, and I hope I've done the heavy lifting for you in terms of finding some nice ideas. All right, feel free to leave a comment below, and please subscribe if you like this, and I'll keep you updated with more great videos. Thanks everybody. Bye.